Welcome to Sippin and Trippin with the Ladies Wine Club. My name is Nina.
I'm Sandra.
And I'm Althea.
Okay, welcome. I'm going to start off and let you know I've had a long day, so I'm ready to have some laughs, have some fun, drink some wine, and have this make my Saturday because I woke up to issues with the people who were supposed to fix my dining room didn't come, and then had this happen and that happened. Yeah, so I would like to just relax.
No.
I've had a long week of work and trial and tribulation. So I hope everybody else's week was so much better. What about you?
I will make you. Did you hear me? Althea and I
didn't
will
hear
make
you.
laugh.
Okay, all right. Is that okay? I hope so. Like challenge. Okay, so how have you guys been?
Good. It was a beautiful day today. It was gorgeous here in Central Florida. This weather was knockout gorgeous. Yeah. Had a beautiful breeze.
Perfect. Yeah.
It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful outside. I could not get over it.
This is why people move to Central Florida.
I opened my windows earlier, and then it wasn't actually cool enough for me to open all my windows, but I just enjoyed being out. I was out doing a lot of things. So yeah.
Gorgeous. I had a nice. And I'm sorry because I'm having a bit of a delay because I'm not plugged directly in to my internet like I normally am. So if I talk a little bit over you a little bit, that's because I'm having a little bit of delay. So I'm going to go to you, Sandra. Let us know how you've been going and let us know who we need to welcome.
Okay. I had a good day today. I had lunch with my hubby at Caesars 52. It was very nice. Some good food and maybe some smoochy.
Ooh.
Yes. No. Okay. So we have a few people on already. Karen joined us. She was our first joiner, which she normally is. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen. And Princess RN joined us. Hi, Princess.
Hi, Princess.
Diana is on. Hi, Chica.
Hola, Chica. ¿Qué tal?
Now. That's it for now.
Okay, that's it for now. Okay, like I said, I'm delayed, so I'm like, whoa, did everybody freeze? Plus, I'm drinking. Okay, so what wine do you have tonight, Sandra? While you're still talking here, what wine are you drinking tonight to review?
Ooh, I am drinking. It's called Marietta's Well. You can't really see it. Put it back here a little bit. Marietta's Well. It is a 2017 white blend. You know I love my blends. I got it at Costco. It was $12.99. 13.5% alcohol for a white wine is pretty darn good. It's from Livermore Valley, California, and it's a blend of a lot of things. There's 35% Sauvignon Blanc. It is 31% Semillon. It's 15% Orange Muscat, 6% Viognier. Boy, that's a French word. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. And then 2% Muscat Canelli. So this wine is first time I'm trying it. So this is definitely a new one for me. And I'm liking it. This is my second, probably my third glass.
Okay. And what about you, Althea?
Okay, I am drinking Girl and Dragon. And I know we've had this before some time ago, but we haven't done any reviews on this one. I picked it up at Publix, and it's a Malbec. So it is actually a 12.5 Malbec, which is a little low, but
it's a little low.
Yeah, for Malbec. But it's girl and dragon. I thought it was girl and the dragon, but it's girl and dragon. So I'll let you guys know.
Hopefully you give it a good review. They kind of follow us on Instagram. So you can post that picture and at them to let them know what your review is.
Sure.
So, all righty. Well, I am drinking a really inexpensive, you go to the big box store, Sam's Club, and I have a Zinfandel. It is an Old Vine Zinfandel 2018. I paid $7
Oh,
for. It's at a 14.5% for
wow.
$7,
Wow.
and it comes from the Lodi region in California. Yeah, so, it's worth a try. It's worth an investment of $7 to see what's going on with the Zinfandel. So I will definitely be happy to rate this at 14.5. I will let you know that I did take a sip of this a little bit earlier, and it felt like my hair was on fire. All the heat from the alcohol, so it's working. I will let you know that.
Are
So,
you sure?
lady,
Are you sure it was just a sip?
I said a drink. I didn't say a sip.
You said sip. Did
He
she
said
say
Did I
sip?
say
sip.
a sip?
Yeah,
You
you
said
Okay.
said
sip.
sip.
Well,
I'm calling you on your B.
okay, whatever. Just call me out. I guzzle. I'm surprised I said sip. Okay, so
While I sip, let's
Yeah.
talk.
even though we're sipping and tripping, so ladies, while we drink, let's talk. Okay, and the first topic, we're going to ease into this topic a little bit because we're going to go out on a kind of a high note here. Just going to really dig down into the questioning. So, I was just wondering what you guys think that if you do something drastic or not really drastic, but a big change in your appearance, like cutting your hair really close, do you think you should consult your man? Do you think a woman making that kind of change should consult with a man? Maybe she's going to go blonde or something like that, or change her hair color, a big change. What do you think as far as consulting her man before she does that? Althea.
Okay. I think I think you should I don't know if consultant is the yeah, I think you should talk to your man about a drastic look or change. Um because you're with them and they're attracted to you for different reasons. Not saying that they have to necessarily leave you or you have to get their permission. I'll give an example. Back when I was younger, and the gentleman I was dating very solid, and we were living together, and I decided I wanted the Holly Berry cut. I mean, Holly Berry was rocking some nice shortcuts.
Wow.
And I said it to him. He said, "Well, I kind of like you with your hair, to the length it is." He said, "But Holly Berry's cut is nice." And he said, so I went for it. Oh, that cut did not look good on me because my neck is longer, and I don't. I believe longer hair complements my face features. Even and at that time I was a size 5. So I mean, I might have a little weight here, but even then, that cut didn't look good on me. So, but I mean, I had to deal with it because it's shaving down and it's feathering, and I mean, and it was my choice. But I did talk to him, and he was fine with it. I mean, he did prefer me with longer hair, and because we had been dating some time, and I had one time I had the pinch plaits, which went down the middle of my back. I told him, I said, sometimes while we're together, I want to have different looks sometimes, so that you might feel that you're with somebody else, so you don't have to go find.
So you talked to him about it as far as what do you think if I did that, or did you
It's a
already?
little bit of both. I mean, I'm fairly independent, but I feel that if he was really, really against something, I don't know if I would really go all the way full throttle with it. I mean, and that's with anyone that I'm actually fully in a. I mean, if it's somebody I'm dating and you're way over there, I do what I want to do. If I'm living in my own place, and that's another story. But I feel when you're in solid relationship, because even with him, he changed his style up and he started doing a twist. And we talked to. He's like, "Oh, I want to try this," and I said, "You think you'll look good with it?" And he looked very handsome with it. But we kind of talk about things. I mean, I feel that when you're able to talk to your significant other about a lot of things, it should be comfortable.
So
And
it should be a conversation. You
I
shouldn't,
think
or
I personally, when I am involved, for me, I feel it that you're in a relationship. It's not something where they have to give you permission, but I think it's rude
but I mean, but
just to
suppose
come
he
back.
says no. Suppose the guy had said,
I would,
no,
I would,
I don't
I would
like
have to,
that.
I would consider it. Like I was saying, I mean, I would consider it and talk to him a little bit more about it. Because you're with that person. you're with that person. I mean, I feel the same thing with we talk enough that, you know, he one time wanted to go bald or shave, and I'm like, I don't think that would look attractive on you, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, he
So
didn't do it. I'm just wondering when
I think when you're asking me, I think if it depends on the relationship and how folks, you know, how they take the conversation. You know, it's like I said, I mean, we're looking at each other and we're attracted to each other, and you know, actually to ask somebody how they feel about it, I think it's important because
okay, I get it.
yeah,
You think that's important
that's
to
my
ask
take
them?
on it. That's
Consider
my
it. Yeah, I
take on
get
it.
it. I
That's my take
understand.
on it. And
What do
I
you
have
think?
done it in the past, and I have a relationship where it was on both sides. It wasn't just, oh, he came home bald. He didn't just do
Right,
it.
right.
But that's the
Okay,
kind of relationship we had, and it was like we talk about things and we give our input on how we feel about some things. I mean, if we,
okay.
we respect that conversation. So yeah.
Right. Okay. So let me ask Sandra now. Sandra, what do you think? And include the part about, how would as far as how would you feel? So I don't know if you would, like Althea didn't really call it consulting. Well, I guess it was consulting. It wasn't asking permission, but it was
Somewhat.
consulting. But what happens if, if it was done for you and maybe he came home bald, or maybe he told you, I don't think I'm going to like that cut. So I don't know. When you're talking to him, would you still go through with it?
For me, I would do what I want. Okay. I had long hair when I was probably like 30, 35, let's say. And it just got to be too much. I spent so much time washing it, blow drying, curling. I would have to get up for work 45 minutes early just to do my hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Just got to be too much. I said, this is for birds. And I cut it all off. And I went down to a very small, like little afro. I was married and still married, but I told my husband I was going to do it, but I didn't ask permission. And I mean, part of that may have been, now that I think back on it, that he would always say, oh, why do you bother? Just cut it all off. Maybe that was why. But
Okay.
so I knew that he wouldn't mind, but I didn't ask him, if he thought it was okay or whatever. And I don't think that even if he didn't say, why don't you just cut it all off? I don't think I would have asked permission or consulted him, because to me, he fell in love with the inside of me, not the outside of me.
But he was attracted to the outside. I mean, he probably wouldn't, but let's just suppose he said, I don't like short hair on women.
Then I would be like, okay, you go find somebody else then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, everyone has their different dynamics.
I just feel that it's my Nina froze. Do you see out there?
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like it's my body, it's my hair, and if he wanted me to keep long hair, I would tell him, you take care of it then, because I don't want to take care of it anymore.
All right.
That's just my feeling on the topic. And I know that he's cut his hair like short to like a crew cut, like you get in the Army, and he's not asked me about it. I remember, you may have remember out there when he had that big long beard.
Oh, she disappeared totally.
Yeah, she disappeared. She'll probably come back. But he had that big long beard, and I hated that beard.
Yeah.
But he liked it, so what can I say?
I mean, everyone have their different ways that they connect in their relationship.
Exactly.
That's just, I mean, it worked out fine with me with how we took care of things, and so I mean, it don't make or break some people in their relationship.
Exactly.
Some folks do whatever they feel like doing, and it's not a conversation. But me personally, that's just how I do.
Yeah. Let me read some of the comments that we have from people. Let's see. Ty Spencer said, oh, by the way, hi Ty. We didn't say hi to Ty. Martha joined us also.
All right, well, I'm back. That was odd. Can you guys hear me now? Did I disappear?
You disappeared. You froze.
You froze like this. Look.
It wasn't even cute.
Yeah, really. before I finish, I'm just reading some of the comments of the people.
Okay.
Marissa joined us, Pam joined us, Dave Lee joined us. Hi, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
He said, hey, y'all, I will consult my man out of respect. I want him to always admire my appearance, so his opinion matters to me. Let's see. Karen said, I personally would tell him what I'm thinking of doing, she said. And then Martha said, permission, ha, 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 ha. I'm going to ask him. He doesn't ask me. However, he does not like it when I cut my hair short, but I still do it when I feel like it. I would like him to color his gray hair, and he doesn't. Karen said, yeah. Karen said, tell him not necessarily asking for permission. Let's see. Shannon says she's drinking Purple Moon Chardonnay tonight. Ooh. Oh, a review, Shannon, please.
That's different.
Yeah.
But I think the ladies, I think they're confusing. No one asked, the word wasn't permission. The word was consult, which means you're having the conversation. So permission, right. I don't think anyone was being on a submissive side. I think it was, how much do you have the conversation or consult with your significant other about a decision, a major, a dramatic change in your appearance, change in your appearance. That's what the conversation was.
Pam said to be the boss of our own heads. Go, Pam. Yes, Pam. I'm here for you. David Lee joined us. Ty said, Ty is Sunny, your stylist. Oh, hi, Sunny.
Oh, hi.
Girl, I need you. Yeah. Where are you? Call me. I need you. You see
this? And we're talking about hair. So.
Welcome back, Nina.
Yeah.
We missed you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have much to say.
I didn't. Well, I'll say this real quick because before the internet mice cut me off, they're the gremlins. I would consult. I totally would, because I probably would be thinking, I don't even know if I would look good in it. I would probably consult to say, do you think, like if I was going to do something blonde, I definitely would say, okay, what do you think? And have that conversation. Do you think I would look good in it? Because I would bounce it off of him for sure. And you know what? If he says, I don't think you're going to look good in that short hair, or whatever, or that blonde hair, I'm going to give that some consideration. And that sounds so unlike me.
You know what?
That is an odd answer for you.
Yeah. See, my husband doesn't have very good fashion sense. So I can never ask him if something looks good or do you like this outfit, because he has no fashion sense, or he has no sense of anything. I almost have to dress him.
But you see, as far as
my opinion about anything.
As far as the way I think about it is, from my standpoint is, I want my man to always be attracted and to have like if we have a very good sexual attraction to each other, I don't want to all of a sudden, because men can be sensitive to that. It's like, well, you decided to do this and now I'm not even attracted. We can do ask a man, but I'm just saying that's why I consider the thought, and like I said, I've never had it's always been the both sides on that. But I think I always want to be attractive also. So
now I've heard men say that they could care less what your hair looks like. I've had men tell me this before, not my husband, but I've had other men tell me that men don't care about women's hair. They don't care about makeup. They don't care about any of that stuff. That we women are the ones that get caught up in the BS.
You're right, but it depends on the man that you're with, and whether or not
like it when you
and whether or not I don't think the man that I'm with would want me bald, because I know when I went through breast cancer, I look like Uncle Fester. So hair to me is attractive to me personally, and it is important about that person's I just say it's important what they think. I'm not just going to want to disregard what they're thinking, is all I'm saying, because the attraction means something to me. And at the end of the day, that's all a part of the relationship. And, it's very important as far as that's concerned. So that's why I feel that, I would talk first with that.
Can you guys still hear me, Sandra? Any other comments?
You're doing good. We can still hear you.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, Dave Lee is drinking coffee liquor, sorry, liqueur.
Liquor. All right
Uh,
now.
David, tell us what kind that you're drinking because I love, if you've ever heard of Amarula, that's my favorite coffee liquor. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. All righty. So we have people on, and for the most part, I couldn't tell. Was it like a split of yes, I would consult him,
I
or
think
no, I would?
it's a nice split. Martha was definitely the most vocal one
Yeah, because I mean, she
on
has
the
a good
side
point.
of doing
He
what she
doesn't.
wants.
If she wants him to color his hair or do this, that, and the other, if he's not willing, I totally get that.
Exactly. So Martha was the one who was on the side of no, she'll do what she wants, and then Ty was the most Sunny was the
Okay.
one who was like no, she would consult them or whatever. I was telling Althea when you were off, Nina, that you remember when my husband had that big, thick gray beard.
Oh
I,
yeah,
he
yes.
asked me if he should grow that.
But
Oh, that's true.
that's
That's
the
true.
kind of
Hold
thing
on,
you
Arthur.
guys have going on. I mean, that works in your relationship.
Exactly. So
That's
It
it
works in,
works
true.
for
but
us.
I'm telling
It
you, I
works.
mean,
Yeah.
to me, I like to be included. Like I said, I mean, my man usually, oh, I'm doing this. I mean, it's not like if they get a trim or get this. It's the key word was dramatic change or a drastic change to your
I'm
look.
thinking about going blonde, actually.
Well, you should go blonde. Your man's not gonna mind. I mean, you. But
Make it a
no,
man.
I just it's just that's how we all get down different ways. That's why we have these
Yeah,
conversations.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Any other comments? And then we're gonna go to the next
Daily is
topic.
drinking
No.
coffee Lolita.
Ooh,
I
I
don't know
like
what
that
it
name,
is.
Lolita.
Lolita.
Excellent.
All
Excellent.
right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our next topic. And I think was it Sandra? You had a topic for us, and if it's Sandra, you know it's going to be dirty. But go ahead.
Let me take a drink of wine first, and I suggest
Okay.
that everybody does the same.
Yeah, get yourself ready for her nasty question.
Wait. That wasn't me. What are you talking about? That wasn't me.
Oh, so
You
what's your question?
guys,
What's your question?
I got a reputation. Okay, so I was wondering, do
Okay.
you feel that it's necessary to know how many sexual partners your man has had? And do you feel comfortable sharing with him how many sexual partners you have had? Or do you think that the past is in the past and it doesn't matter? And the
Let me
reason
go
I asked
to.
this question is I was watching a reality show, and this 25-year-old guy had over 100 sexual partners. 25.
Right.
Okay, so Althea, what's your answer?
My answer is I think a person's past is a person's past. I don't think there's a couple things. If you ask somebody, I mean, if they truly remember every single one, God bless them, or if they have them written down. I don't need to know everybody that they've had in their past. I think that that's their business. My concern is if the person's responsible, if they've practiced safe sex, if they're coming healthy. That's my main concern at the person that I'm receiving during that time. Everyone have different times in
Wait.
their
So
life.
what topic? So the topic of the number doesn't come up. If you want to make sure
I
that
don't
they
want to.
good
If he
health.
asks, if he asks me, I'm not going to even answer that. And I don't have a high number. I just don't think it's any of his business, and I don't think it's any of my business. About we've had these kind of conversations before, and people are like, well, what if he'd had 1,000? 1,000's a ridiculous number, but even if they've had 100, like you're talking about with the 25, you know, I just don't even think that it's a question that I don't even want to ask that question. So if you ask me, does it matter to me as long as they've been practicing? Because that's conversation that I have when I'm dealing with someone is the safety, whether they're coming to me healthy, whether whether they're going to be committed. These are the things I'm concerned with during me dealing with that person, what their mindset is, how their mind frame is, whether they're going to, whether they have area codes, and I'm concerned with the now and me. I'm not concerned with their past and how many, because it's not my judgment for if somebody had 5 or somebody had 100 or whichever. It's just really not. And I
Let me
truly,
ask a question. Let
I
me just
truly, I
ask a
truly
question.
would
Do you think
ask
that?
it. And if I found, even if I was to find out, even if I was to find out something, I mean, if they decide to voluntarily tell me, and like I said, as long as we're in a good space, then I'd be all right. So
Okay, let me ask a question. Um, this is this the Althea who was 22 years old?
no, it's
You wouldn't
Althea
want
that
to
was
know that he had
22.
100, that
I
he's
felt the same way
25.
when
You
I felt
wouldn't,
the same
it
way when
wouldn't
I
make
was
a difference.
22, that I feel exactly right now. And I'm meeting them older. So having close to 100 or more is definitely more more possible right now. But I'm not
Right,
concerned
right,
about it.
right.
I'm just not, it's not something that I feel is I think that, when I was younger, I had one person, I think, ask me how many, and I'm sitting there saying, and I think at the time, I think it was 2, and the guy was like, and I'm sitting there saying, when I saw the reaction, I'm like, is he out of his damn mind? I mean, so just from that thought, I said, that's never going to happen again. I will never ever say it again. And when I'm giving him that answer, who knows how many he slept with? I don't think that's a relevant question when people are not coming and they're not virgins. No, if
So,
Okay.
you're not a virgin, that goes for the woman and the man. If neither person's a virgin, I don't want to know, and I'm not going to volunteer my information either. And I don't have a bad list of nothing at all.
so did you? What did when you said 2 to him? Did you think he reacted like, "Oh wow, she slept with 2 people. I can't believe that she's such a smart boy."
Exactly. Exactly. And what I'm saying is, what my point is that he was judging, and he asked, and I'm saying to myself, never in my life will I ever answer that question again. I will never answer it again. So when you all are asking, would I ask it? First of all, I wouldn't ask it. If they volunteer it, they volunteer it. I don't do the judgment thing. I
Was she
really just don't.
priest?
My concern is the health issues in our life now, how you're practicing and how you're coming to the table right now. That's what my concern is, because I don't think anyone comes with a beautiful, clean slate. I think everyone's had stuff they've done. So if you're
All
going
right,
to, so that's just how I think with it. And I
all
stick
right,
with it.
Nina.
And that's the way I've thought my whole time.
What do you say, Nina? Did you have a
What was
follow-up
the
question?
question? What was the question again? What was it again,
The question
actually?
was, would you want to know? Do you think it's important to know how many sexual partners your man has had? And would you answer the question if he asked you? Something like
Okay. At right now, I'm much older and experienced life. I don't think it's important. I wouldn't, and I would hope that I'm with someone who would not ask me, because to hope in hopes that they wouldn't think he wouldn't think it was important as well. And I think that would be a real turnoff at my age if I'm going and meeting some man who asks that question. That's a turnoff. I'm done with you,
yeah,
because
really.
your
Goodbye.
ass is a 97 years old, and you have a life, you have a past, and we start from now. So that would be a turn off for a man to right now to even ask me something like that. And I wouldn't be interested. But I do think that a younger me would have been interested. I think
But
that a younger me,
Have
if
you
I'm
asked that? Did you
25
ask
years
that?
old,
Did you ask that when you were younger?
I may have. That sounds like me, because I want to know just how much you've been hoeing around. If I think I want to know.
Well, what were
I
the answers?
can imagine, you know, that sounds like something that I would have wanted to know when I was younger. I certainly, and I don't know if this is taboo or whatever, I wanted to know if you had any kids. That was a question that I did ask. You got any kids? Because I don't.
Well,
And
children is
I don't,
different from sexual, because that's a responsibility and it's a lifetime
yeah, but I'm
responsibility.
saying that I know
Yeah.
that the way that mine worked at that time when I was younger, I think it was important for me to know just how much he'd been around the block for whatever my reasons are. It could have been, oh, he might be extra good, or
But
it
do you have
could
an
be
example of an
somebody
answer?
gonna come after me to hit me over the head, because that has happened before too. You're not even finished with them.
But do you have an
You know,
example of the answer is what I'm asking when you ask the question.
I
I
have
mean,
an
did they say
example of what?
34? Did they say 34? Did they say, was it a turn off? So we can have an example of what that man would answer. I mean, do
If
you
we are
remember?
we are young in our 20s and he's answering 50 women, I am turned off. I just am. If because it feels like that's the only thing you want. That's the only thing you're after. Now I
Just
don't trust
not
him
just
so
on
much.
the bedpost. Not
Right.
just on the
That's
bedpost.
that's what I would feel if you're doing it that much and going out. You don't have time, hardly have time to work. If that's all, and then I think about the way he approached me. It would affect me being young, and it sounds like you're collecting women. That has affected me. Definitely when I was younger. When I'm older, that's different because you should have been doing stuff by now. You probably married, divorced, whatever. But younger, no, I don't want somebody who's collecting women and I'm just going to be a number to you.
That's when they
I
collect the women, or when
remember
they're
feeling
younger.
that way.
Then when
I
they old,
remember
they don't
feeling
collect anybody.
Yeah.
well, I just remember feeling that way, and I know that I have asked that. I don't recall the ins and outs. That was 100 years ago, but I did not want to be a number. I did not want to be a challenge. I didn't want that, so I did ask those kind of questions. So
But I have one
it,
more
it
question, Nina. Do you think they were truthful?
uh,
Do you think that they would say if they, because men often say what they think a woman wants to hear. So
right.
if they're thinking 100 might turn you off, well, let me tell her, I think 20 or I think 15. Don't you think they would really disguise it? I mean, for a man who truly is out there, do you think they're going to volunteer their true number?
Sometimes they do because it's kind of like
It's
it's kind of yeah,
macho.
it's a macho thing, and it's kind of a thing of I know what I'm doing sexually. I
Yeah.
don't have experience because that was a big thing too, if I recall, that I know what I'm doing. A lot of times, way back when, if you act like you're a virgin for a male, that was like a kiss of death. So yeah, I think that he would let me uh, lead me to believe I know what I'm doing and that sort of thing. It's just that I would take it differently. I do remember being there. Now that I'm older, if you haven't been around and lived your life by now, you've been married, you got 4 kids with this wife and whatever, and now you're a single man out there looking for love, in your later years. I That's different.
Yeah.
So
That's just
you
different.
wouldn't
So
date
it would
You wouldn't date an Amish guy that had maybe one wife.
I would. I mean,
Farm,
it
farm.
depends. Is he gonna? Where are we? Are we living on a farm? We got to ride horses and stuff. Does he use the
Yeah, and
internet?
no
Those are
electricity.
important questions.
I think
No
he
Those are
electricity.
important questions for that man. Like, can I turn on a light? Then
No.
sort of thing. So, but yeah, I don't want to be a number. I just don't. So that's me. What's up, Sandra?
What is wrong with Nina? What?
What's up? What's up? What's your answer? What's your
I said,
answer?
what's up, Sandra? What's your answer?
My answer is kind of similar to Nina's. I think in my younger days, I asked the question.
But
I remember asking my husband that question.
but give the examples. What the answer was, what, how much, and how the reaction is. I'm curious about that.
The answer was less than 15.
But that's you're talking about for your husband.
Yes.
Okay. What about the other ones that you drilled?
I don't know if I drilled anybody else.
So you only.
Because they didn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's
it's
true.
like they didn't matter. I won't even get into the whys and whatever, but
I get it, but I just want to know the answer in the conversation. Okay, yeah. When y'all are asking, I mean, I'm just curious on how the men answer. I mean, if you all say that you asked the question, if you don't vividly remember what their answer, like if somebody said 50, I mean, what was your reaction? 50, or I mean,
yeah.
you don't remember any specific conversation so that we can have like an example for a
No.
person.
Only what I remember is the 15 number. And like I said, I don't remember asking every single person in my past
Right.
what their number was.
Yeah, because he didn't care.
Well, not every single
Yeah.
one. Just an example here. All right. I'm just curious because I don't, that's not a question I ask. So I'm asking those that are experienced with the question that if you ask and somebody says a number that you don't like, or I mean, the 115 that was a ding, 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 and you enjoyed that number. But what were the other numbers that you said that you might have been like, oh my God?
Yeah, I don't think I asked anyone else.
Oh, then
I
that's
don't remember.
okay.
What?
I'm just
What?
I'm just curious about what the response would be when you ask a man these questions. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, I don't remember asking other men what their sexual partner number was. Like, for instance, the one who called me baby girl. I didn't ask him because I didn't care. You know, it's not like, you know, I wanted a full-fledged relationship.
Yeah, but you were
I asked the one that was important.
So you think the question's only important. You think the question of if you have sex with them, it doesn't matter how many sexual partners they have.
As long as you use a condom.
It only matters if you're going to have a long-term relationship with them.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
because he may be a number on my bedpost.
That wasn't in the
That's right. That's right.
No, I mean, so.
Okay. All right. That sounds interesting. Okay. What comments do we have, Sandra? Anybody have a
comments are comments Fast and Furious. Okay, so let's see. Martha said no. She doesn't think it matters. Dave Lee, no. Martha said no twice. Probably because I didn't say it. We were in the middle of the conversation, but Martha said no, and then she said no again. So she really means no.
What is she drinking?
I don't know if she's drinking tonight. Martha, are you drinking? Shannon said no. Martha said, I think it's none of anyone's business. Dave Lee said no and no. Pamela said, that's the last thing I want to know. Karen, the past is the past. I asked the question, would you have a problem with a man who had 100 sexual partners? Pamela said, Althea, I just require and provide a doctor's note.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, interesting.
I asked Pamela, what does that mean?
That's about your sexual activity you're going to have with them. Yeah.
You want a doctor's note that says they're disease-free? Pamela said, yes, disease-free.
I used to
Marissa, people need to leave the past in the past. People act like they want to know until the info is shared. That is so true. You don't figure out that you don't want to know until somebody says, I've been with over 500 women.
Oh, how many? Well, I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson's number. You know, then that's when.
Because sometimes you're like, okay, are you done?
You're talking about, you guys are talking, the exceptions, the people that have women with their vagina, with their legs open before they can even come off the stage or off the basketball court is totally different than the guy that is fixing your vehicle and changing your oil. I mean,
but should it be? Should it be though?
Wait. I'm not saying it shouldn't be.
Another topic though, but should it be?
I'm saying it's easier, and they're sitting there waiting for them. So for them to wrap up 500 is easier than the average guy that
is there's something wrong with the man who sleeps with 500 women.
Men sleep with a lot of people. If you sit there and think everybody has 10 and 15 and 20,
I don't think that it's. Yeah, I know it happens, but I think there's something wrong with that man.
Right, like they're horny. Yeah.
No, they're
horny. That's what men are.
They're mental.
Especially when they're young, they're horny. And you know, they might find somebody that means something and they want to build something. But when they're young,
not just on the bedpost.
First when they're young, it's just they're horny. I mean, we can bring another man on and talk. I mean, most of them have. I would assume most men have. I wouldn't say up in the hundreds, but they have some on their belt. I mean, whether they're building.
I'm okay with that at my age, but I'm telling you, when I was younger, I didn't want, especially if I was really interested in a guy, like you said, Sandra. If it was just the night or whatever, I don't care. But if I'm really, getting into this guy, I do want to know if I'm just being, I'm looking at all the cues. Am I just a number here?
And you can tell by how they carry themselves. And half the time, if somebody's all over the place. I mean, let's not get that twisted. I mean, they don't have to volunteer their numbers.
Oh, there are men who can play women like a fiddle. So don't say that out there, because there are men who have played women and they didn't know any better. So that's not completely true that you can tell.
No, you're 100% right. But if you have any kind of knowledge of the person, the people they know, most of the time, you know, if a person's all over the place and if they're sleeping with this person, sleeping with that person, you know, because I'm sure you've known some guys that, oh my gosh, he's sleeping with a lot of women. This person's sleeping with a lot of women. I'm just saying in general. Now,
Yeah, let me
I just personally wanted to know if I was a number, if I was a challenge. I just personally wanted to know that because I didn't need him. I can go out and get it anywhere. I didn't need to be a number so that you can go back and have a conversation. I wanted to know that. And when you're real young, you can usually tell that they're going by and they're picking the flowers. That's what they're doing. I didn't want to be picked by somebody who wanted to do. I just didn't. So I was concerned about that.
Mm-hmm.
Pamela says, I've never asked the number question, but if he offered that he was over 100, I'm no longer interested. Marissa
Wait,
said,
now, can I ask Pamela, can you, because my answer is different because of age. Is her answer the same, 100 as opposed to being an older gentleman that's lived his life or a young guy? I mean, does her answer change?
Yeah, good question. Marissa said, Pamela, he is probably telling a big 100 lie. Pamela said 100. Marissa said 100. Yep. David, no and no. Marissa, them 500 balls gonna be hanging and dried up. Leave it to Marissa.
They've been used up. They've been working, baby. They've been working.
Marissa, they get dried up and anyway and hang a little different older anyway, so it doesn't have to be 500 different women.
That's too funny.
Marissa's crazy. I just saw the replay of you doing that nickname. It's hilarious. Okay. Pamela said nope, same answer.
Oh, okay. That's good
so
to know.
Even at the age of, I don't know how old Pamela is, but even at the age of 50 something, let's just say.
We went to
that would be a turn off to say, okay, I'd have been hanging with 100 women in my life. Mm-hmm.
Althea Pam's more our age.
We went to high school together. She's
okay. So yeah, she's saying same answer. So she doesn't care that he's 50 some odd years old. She wants him to be under 100.
Okay. Because I mean, he out there just doing the do. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally. Because sometimes they make you think, okay, are you going to stop with me or are you going to be with me and then still looking around because you just like to deflower?
For sure. Yeah.
Am I enough for you? That's, am I enough?
I think a person's actions. I mean, if you're really counting on a number to say what the person's character is and who they actually are when you're talking to them, and if you mean something to them, that's I don't think that everyone changes in different times. I'm sure we all can agree to that much. That
well, that's okay. That's true.
You do have sometimes a person that their nose is open specifically for a person, or they will change. I know for a fact because I have a brother, and I know he 100% changed. He wasn't sleeping with a lot of people. He changed, like going to church, doing this, that, the other, 100% for someone that he had a full interest in. So what I'm saying is that, if a person is going to change, and if that's what you're worried about, or if they're for you, they're for you. I mean, so to me, that's what I worry about, because all the rest of it, if I'm going to judge them on their history and the this and that, and that's how they're going to treat me, it's their actions speak louder than words. And if somebody's doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, if they're sleeping with 500 people while they're with you, you're not even going to see them. And they don't have time to call you.
Well, okay. What if they had this large number? Now they're with you. Are you concerned that there's, because if you sleeping with that many women, you always available. You're always on the prowl. You're always looking around for the next.
I am not concerned.
So you wouldn't be concerned that they.
I am not concerned with, if a person is into me and you don't know who you're getting. Every time you meet somebody, they're a stranger from off the street. And if you think you know all their history, even with investigating, and if you think you're getting all the exact answers and they have to answer every single question you're asking truthfully, I think it's a sad mistake. Because if they're conniving, and if they even want to get over, because men do know how to play some women, just like you're saying, if they think, oh, she don't want a high number, or this is what it's going to take to get into her pants, they're still going to get into your pants by saying 5. So what I'm saying is, to me, I'm looking at every single thing that they're doing as far as when they're trying to talk to me, the dating. That's why it takes time to know somebody. It's not like an overnight thing. And so, no, I don't judge that. I don't want to know. And I don't want nobody asking me nothing either. I just think it's not a good way to go about it.
Okay, let me ask a question. And this is for the people watching as well to answer. Do you think that if a man has a really high number, that maybe that means that it may always be on the prowl, even if he's with you, he may still be taking opportunities, because men have a hard time turning it down anyway. Do you think he'd be more prone to, because he's so used to being able to, say yes when he wants to and get that number up? Or do you think that if he's with you?
I think that's a possibility with any man walking with a penis. I think that's a possibility with any man. I don't think it takes a person with 500 people behind him to cheat on you after they're with you.
Yeah, but the 500 women, you have to admit, is probably more opportunity than anything.
To have a Rolodex.
Okay, wait, let me say that again. The 500 women is more opportunity than a Rolodex.
There's opportunity every day, and as they pass by everybody,
like the celebrities.
Personally, I don't think that defines them. That's not me personally. I just don't. Well,
I'm just saying, if a guy have a high number because he had the high opportunity, again, maybe he's a really good looking guy, have money, whatever the case may be, and we can be like we are.
Right.
Do you think that he will be more prone that when he's with women, like if he's with you, or he's supposed to be in a committed relationship, still good looking, still have money, still got panties being thrown at his head, that he's going to say, no, I'm with her, or he's going to just keep on taking the opportunity?
I think that's generally the character. So to me, you might have somebody, let's play devil advocate, Nina. I might catch a man that's only had 2 sexual partners, and he meets me, but he's only had 2 experience, and now he wants to be buck freaking wild. So now he's with me, and I think, oh, I got gold. Okay, I'm only his 3rd person, and he's not interested in this person. But he actually has not had a lot of opportunity. And as opportunity comes, he takes advantage of it. What I'm trying to explain is people tell on themselves as you're with them. If I discover that, I do not want that person. It's just really that simple. Knowing the number means nothing to me. It's not going to change just because it redefines.
Let me interrupt here for a second to read some more comments, and then I have a question that was put from the audience. Okay, Pamela said, I was once told they called it Concord P, and you get the P?
Yeah.
When you were saying, Nina, that you don't want to just be a number, they call it the Concord P.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pamela said she'll be 55 next month, so yeah, she's about our age. Marissa, how would you feel about a female with those numbers? How would he?
A whole different story.
Yeah. So do you think that, and that was the second part of my question, do you feel comfortable telling your sexual partner your number? My answer is yes.
I finished saying no, and I don't have a horrible number. I never have, and even at this age, I don't have a horrible number. I don't think it's none of their damn business. And I feel that anybody that's going to, because I'm telling you like this, there's a judgment that comes behind it. No matter what, when I told you number 2, and that guy had a problem with 2, it'll never happen to me again in my life.
Yeah, and I understand that. I get that because
if they ask a number, there's a judgment. There's a judgment.
If you said 2, because I told my husband my number, and he didn't. He didn't feel a certain way about it. But when you told the guy 2, and he felt like that was too many, were you like 12?
I didn't. I'm glad you thought I was sexually.
Read some comments, Sandra. Let's see what we have.
No.
And then we're gonna have to. By the way, we're gonna have to go ahead and get to it. So I want to hear what everybody has to say.
Let's see. Pamela said he just better not tell it. I don't care till I know. So she's saying she doesn't want to know the number. She doesn't care about it. But if he tells it, she may care. Marissa said, "What if he was a gigolo back in the day? I don't want him. I don't want no gigolo. Pamela, no, he could be different now, but I still lose interest before he even completes the sentence. Pamela, I'm not uncomfortable, but don't ask me, period. T.
Oh, so she don't even want the question being asked. I don't know how most women feel. I'm not answering that question. And that's just how I think it's very disrespectful to even ask me that kind of thing. And I wouldn't, and like I said, my number's still decent. I've seen women on Maury Povich and all them other shows. I'm like, my gosh, they've had a huge amount at a young age. You know, I can count. And I don't have an issue counting. So, but I don't think that's relevant. And I wouldn't volunteer it and I wouldn't talk about it. And if somebody asked me, it wouldn't be coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's no more comments. Let's go ahead and rate our wines. And if there's nothing else that anyone want to throw at us right now.
Not for now. Okay. All right. So I am drinking the Marietta's Well Estate wine. It's I got it at Costco. It was $12.99. It's a white blend. It's made of several different kinds of grapes. Some Sauvignon Blanc, some Semillon, some Viognier, some Orange Muscat. It's full-bodied. It's a white blend, 2017. The price is good. The taste is good. I'm a little tipsy. I like it. 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 Okay, so
do you like it, Sandra? But do you like it?
I like it. I like it. I like it. For my taste, I give the taste a 9. For cost, I give it a 9 also. For buzzability, I give it a 9. For a 27 TCB.
Nice.
Recommend.
Okay. And recommend.
Yes, and I forgot. It's called the Whip. I don't know. You can't see that, but
it's whip.
Called the Whip
appeal. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see nothing.
And the Whip
probably
means you're not frozen anymore.
Okay. All right. I'll just check it. Just check it. All right. What about you, Althea? What is your review?
My review is on The Girl and the Dragon. See her right there? I don't see it. The dragon is big and dark and up in the clouds. Okay, The Girl and Dragon. It doesn't say the dragon. Girl and Dragon. Okay, it has a bitterest, it's a Malbec, and it does have it's a strong flavor, and it does have a little bitter to it. I'm good with the bitter. But you have to be a person that can be okay with a little bitter taste. If you are not, you're not going to enjoy the wine. I'm fine with that because so the
is it for sweet drinkers?
No, but even with a red drinker, a lot of reds sometimes are semi-sweet or have a little sweet. But this one has like a little bitter taste, and it's strong. So I gave the taste an 8. I'm good with it. I'm good. I like a full flavor, to be honest with you. The cost, it was $11.99. It's from Argentina, Mendoza, Argentina, 2018, and I gave the cost a 10 because $11.99 is a nice price. And then the buzzability, I gave it a 9 because at 12.5, almost 13%, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah,
you're definitely gonna feel it. So my TCB is a 27, and so it's a recommend for those that like a strong red.
Did you let it breathe, Althea?
I did.
Okay. You did for how long?
I don't have my aerator in, but it's I did.
You let it breathe a bit. Okay.
Okay. All right. Excellent. I'm drinking a Zinfandel by Ode That. It's a 14.5%. It is only $7. I got it from the big box store, Sam's Club. And, I did let it breathe. As you see, I have an aerator on it, and I let it breathe for most of the day. I am going to give my taste a 9 because this is very easy to drink. And when I say easy to drink, I mean, you could sit here and let the 14.5% just sneak up on you until it gotcha. Okay?
It sounds like she's the girl
Because-
with the dragon over there. It sounds like a dragon.
Yeah, it's a good thing she's not driving.
This is a tasty wine. I'm going to give the taste a 9. Again, let it breathe. Give it time. Put the aerator on. It got little holes in it. Let it sit there for a moment. I did that for most of the day. I'm going to give it a taste a 9. The cost is $7. What? $7 for something that I don't mind drinking? Excellent. I'm going to give that a 10. The buzzability can kick your ass. So I'm going to give the buzzability a 10 as well. This is my second highest rated wine at 7. My first is my favorite, which is the Gascon Malbec Reserva. That's a really good wine, and that's a serious wine. I gave that a perfect score. Yeah. This is 1 point under. I'm giving this a 29, a $7 wine. I would definitely recommend, and not only that, I will buy it again. It's not bitter, even though I'm a Malbec. What was that?
Did you buy me one? Did you buy one?
What?
At $7.
You know what? I will get one because I think I owe you. Listen, I owe you a wine from the contest that we had.
Okay, first.
So I will get this. I think you'll enjoy it, and I do recommend it for. I know we have a lot of sweet drinkers out there. This is like a little baby step past the sweet drink, because Zinfandels are not like as bitter as my Malbec, because I can throw down on a Malbec, a good Malbec, and I don't even mind the Cabernet Sauvignon, but that's kind of a dry wine. This is not
That's forte.
Yeah, that's a popular wine. They're not as dry.
Hey.
So, taste it, $7. It's $7. Go ahead and give it a try. So I would definitely recommend this. Let it breathe. So I think, is the music man with us? Unless there's any other comments before we go.
Nope,
I'm kind of happy with my wine. Thank you guys for joining us. $7 at Sam's Club. Get it soon. And we are, thank you for coming. And until next time. So signing off for now, this is Nina.
I'm Sandra.
And I'm Althea.
Until next time, ladies. Thank you for coming.
Joining us.
I'm just gonna groove on the way out, right?
Don't make me stand up.
Go ahead, girl. Break it down. Break it down. Make it work. Oh, you like my shirt? Bikers Week.
Stand up. Let me see. All right.
Some Bikers Week.
Where'd you get them?
Daytona Beach.
Yeah. Bye-bye.